Back here at home, Liyanda Ka Ndaba leads the charge in bridging the solar gap through innovative Stokvel solutions, propelling sustainable energy amidst the nation's pressing challenges. Founder of SNE'LANGA Solar Systems, she has pioneered a move to bridge the solar gap in South Africa's marginalized communities. SNE'LANGA Solar Systems, which seeks to revolutionize renewable energy solutions. The initiative was born in February 2022. The company not only envisions transforming the energy landscape, but also pioneers innovative ways to make solar power accessible and affordable. The approach is the recognition of the power potential of Stokvel saving schemes, providing a unique solution to uplift struggling communities, to democratize access to sustainable energy. Liyanda Ka Ndaba joins me now in the studio for this conversation. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us in the studios. A lot of people are having load shedding, so interviews are not always possible. So appreciate you coming into the studio. And lovely, you're looking lovely, by the way. Love the dress, lighting up our studios.
Thank you.
So tell me about it. It seems Stokvels are becoming more and more, intrinsic in people either owning property or, create some sort of upward mobility. And solar energy is one of the tough ones because a lot of people really can't afford that.
That's so true. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, that's very true. As you are aware that we are in this energy crisis, the solar Stokvel came about just pre-COVID, whereby everything, it was just shutting down, and we realized that we need solars as a backup system in our communities, especially. I come from the township, and that's where the idea, it was born. And yes, that's how basically I started. I started within my community.
So how did the conversation come about, though? Was it because as you said, there was a need, and there was COVID, a lot of people couldn't travel, but then there's load shedding, which has increased exponentially since 2022. So was there a desire by community members to say, hey, I'd really like this, but imali ayikho, so ask Gazateni? How did the conversation go?
In most communities, we do things conjunction together. And that's where it came about, whereby we said, no, we can club together as a community, and then we can do AB, whereby we started by buying each other inverters. It was a group of 5. Then from that, I said to myself, we can do this better. And we started doing 3 KVs, and then I involve other people. I involve a community again in Mamelodi. And
for the uninitiated, what is 3 KVs?
The 3 kV, that's what I normally call it, a decent backup solar system, which it could power your fridge, your TV, your lights, and your gadgets in the house. So basically, those are the things, and TVs. Basically, those are the things that you'd like to. So
what's the general cost of something like that? Because for people who don't have it, it almost seems like such an inaccessible goal. Like it seems like it costs a lot of money, but a lot of people don't know the options available. So they don't know what would be a good quality converter or 3 KVs, the systems that you... So just to educate us a little bit more about that.
Okay, what I would simply say, a decent solar system, a 3 kV minimum. It would consist of components of an inverter, 3 panels, and your 2 batteries, irrespective whether it's a lithium or a gel. But we always prefer a lithium battery, but it's quite steepy on pricing. Yeah, that's the minimum package that I always advise people.
So how much is the cost of that roughly?
You're looking at about 32K.
Okay.
So henceforth, the idea of Stokvels that we need to club together and then rotate. By the end of the year, 6-12 people, we've got the systems. And by so doing, we're also going green.
So do you work with a certain service provider? Do you have preferred companies? How do you do your research on what would work? And you know, I'm just actually just thinking about things like fiber, Wi-Fi. Some work for certain areas, others not. Is that also a consideration in this kind of thing?
I wouldn't say it is a consideration. However, I prefer to work with residential mostly because of that way, whereby you get into the township, it's just black. So my main objective at Tsepi, I would like to see our townships converting, like for an example, in a Stokvel, by the end of, in 12 months' time, I have converted 32 households. So in 5 years' time, I would have converted like a 108 households.
So just tell me a little bit more of other innovative renewable energy solutions that you think you could possibly take this to. I mean, as with everything else, there's always evolution. A product is either bettered or there's something else better that comes on the market. What has been the discussion, the conversations? Are you all educating yourselves better around these things?
Oh yes, most definitely we are. Currently I am undergoing training with PUM Netherlands, and with PUM Netherlands, that's whereby they work with most German companies in terms of new innovations of batteries. Like now in 2025, we'll be getting lithium batteries that's got a camera, that's got a remote. You can actually view the power through your cell phone device. So those are the type of innovations that we're looking forward to have in the near future.
So I believe that you were inspired, I believe, by your mother and her mission in the community work that she's done. How would you inspire others who are wherever they are watching, thinking, we can also start this ourselves, but they would need a little bit of guidance on what to look out for, how to structure it?
It depends from one person to another person, what inspires you. But in my personal view, Joreta, it was a platform that gave me a stepping stone. Joreta, it's an organization of Johannesburg teachers, a retired teachers association, and most of them, they just recently got their packages, and to me it made business sense that this would be the segment that I can work with. And old people, they want, some might give you like hustle when it comes to payments and being dishonest and all that.
Yes.
So that was the stepping stone for me to work with them. And then as time goes by, I then expanded in some other avenues.
Can a community perhaps go to a bank to help manage their Stokvel? And so we are all putting a certain amount of money towards a certain goal. So sometimes it rotates in, today, this month it's you, or can we all save together at the same time towards a common goal, and maybe at the end of the year we all get our solar panels together? Are there different ways of doing this, basically?
Yes, there are different ways to do it. It depends on the common goal that you are saving towards. But in what we do with SNE'LANGA, what we do, we've got 3 different groups, whereby the first group, they club together for 6 months, and by the end of 6 months, everybody has their solars, and then whereby we can have the second leg from July to December, and they're paying an X amount of 5,000 times 6 months. And there's another group whereby they pay 3.850 for 8 months. And
okay,
then
so it just depends on the dynamics, the group dynamics.
Which group do you want to fall onto?
All right, SNE'LANGA Solar Systems. So that's something to inspire you and yours in an increasingly difficult energy crisis environment. So I thank you so much for joining us.